right? Various development environments today, right? Now .NET technologies. Well, let's start .NET technologies. .NET is .NET is integrated with multiple technologies. .NET is a platform. .NET is integrated with multiple technologies. Multiple technologies. Number one, yeah. Number one, can you tell me, Uma? Number one.
Windows Form.
Very good. Windows Forms. Number one, Windows Forms. Number two, yes. Number two,
ASP.
ASP.NET. Number three,
Windows Communication.
WCF, and so on. Like that, .NET is a platform which is integrated with multiple technologies. All these technologies are called as .NET technologies. Number one, Windows Forms. It is a .NET Windows technology. Using Windows Forms, we can develop Windows application, and ASP.NET is a web technology. WCF is a web service technology. Finally, we can say .NET is integrated with multiple technologies. Number one, Windows technology called Windows Forms. Number two, web technology called ASP.NET. Number three, web service technology called WCF. WCF stands for what? WCF
Windows
stands
Communication
for
Foundation.
Windows Communication Foundation. Like that, .NET is the platform integrated with multiple technologies. Right. So because .NET is integrated with multiple technologies, due to that reason, we can develop various types of we can develop various types of applications. We can develop various types of applications by using .NET platform. Using .NET platform, we can develop various types of software applications because .NET is integrated with multiple technologies. Number one, we can develop a Windows application. Number one, we can develop a Windows application. Number two, we can develop a web application. Number three, we can develop a web service, and so on. We can develop a Windows application. We can develop a web application. And as well as here we have one more type of application. Let me introduce today that also. We can develop a console application, and we can develop a web service, and we can develop a mobile application. We can develop a mobile application, and so on. Like that, we can say using .NET platform, we can develop various types of software application. Right. So, right. How it is possible? Because .NET is integrated with multiple technologies. So today class is helpful for our programming class. Okay, it is based for our next programming class. Now let's discuss one by one. What is Windows application? Let's discuss about Windows application clearly. Already we had some idea. Now we are going to see in depth of this Windows application. About Windows application, right? Features of Windows application. Already we had a small discussion in previous sessions about Windows application, web application. Now, yes, who can explain all the features of Windows application? Features of Windows application.
Windows application is a single user application.
Right. First point is single user application. Single user means at a time it can be consumed by only one user. Second
one
point.
person.
Second point.
It does not require internet connectivity. Sorry.
The user doesn't require internet connection. The user doesn't require internet connection. Number three.
It should be installed at the end user system.
Yes, it should be installed at end user machine. It should be installed at end user machine. Windows application should be installed at end user machine, right? Should be installed at end user machine. Okay, single user application. End user doesn't require internet connection. Should be installed at end user machine. Okay, now, right? So yes, these are examples for Windows application. Examples for Windows application. Examples for Windows application. Come and tell me, what are the examples? Examples in day-to-day life,
MS Office.
use Windows application so many places. Number one, MS Office. Number two,
Notepad.
Number two, Notepad. Number one, MS Office. Number two, Notepad. Okay, right. MS Office, Notepad. These are all what you know examples for Windows applications, right? Okay, right. You can see at a time if you want to use MS Office. MS Office is a Windows application. If you want to use MS Office, we should be installed at our machine only. Our machine is nothing but end user machine. Second thing is MS Office at a time can be consumed by only one user. Third point is end user doesn't require any internet connection, because MS Office if you want to use, you don't require any internet facility. These are all the features of Windows application. Next, how to develop Windows application. How to develop Windows application. How to develop Windows application. Right. How to develop Windows application. Right. Yes. To develop a Windows application or web application, any type of application, you need one technology, one language. What is the technology we need?
Windows Forms.
Windows Forms. What is the language? C#.net. Language is the C#.net. Technology is the Windows Forms. So with this, we can say to develop a Windows application, we need a technology called Windows Forms. That is a Windows technology, and we need a language called C#.net. We need a language called C#.net. With this, now we are going to learn one more important point. That is when we will go for Windows application. When we will go for Windows application. Here the point is, tomorrow client will come to us. Here one important point is, client will come to the developer. But who will decide the type of application, whether you have to develop Windows application or web application? Who will decide?
The programmer.
Yeah, whether programmer will decide or client will decide the type of application. Programmer will come to the developer with his requirement. So the type of application will be deciding by the programmer or developer, programmer or end client.
Client.
Programmer will decide the type of application. The programmer also will decide the type of application based on the requirement. So that is the reason, as a programmer, by seeing the requirement, we are able to finalize for that requirement. We have to go with Windows application or web application. Here the question is, in which situation, for what requirement you will go for Windows application? Yes, because it's providing services to how many users at a time?
Single.
Then you can answer according to that. According to the requirement, whenever the application should be available for only one user. According to the requirement, whenever the application should be available for single user, go with Windows application. Go with Windows application. For example, your father is having a business. Father business accounts, income like deposits, withdrawals, these they are doing manually. You want to develop one software application for your father day-to-day business accounts. When you want to develop a software application for your father business day-to-day accounts, you will go with Windows application or web application.
Windows application.
Why? Because the father business accounts are going to access by only single user, either father or father accountant. So that's why in this situation we'll go with Windows application. Business accounts application is a Windows application. Second one is, you supermarket people came to you, they need one billing application, sales, or else your friend is having a mobile shop. That mobile shop day-to-day transaction means they will purchase the stock from the companies and they will sell the mobiles to the customers. This mobile shop stock and sale they are doing manually. Now they are expecting a software application for this requirement. For this requirement, whenever they need software application, so what type of application you will develop for mobile shop day-to-day transaction?
Windows.
Windows applications.
Day-to-day, just doing manually, stock
Uh,
100 Nokias, 100 Samsung particular model and selling.
Windows.
What application you know? Windows application only Windows. If they want to give online sale, then they have to go for web application. But up to that, they will go with Windows application. In this type of situations, we will go with Windows application. Means whenever the application should be available for only one user, we will go with Windows application. And if you want to develop a Windows application, we have to use Windows Forms and C#.NET. And the features, among the features, one is single user, second is end user not required internet connection, third is it should be installed at end user machine. And one more feature we have, that is Windows application will have special user interface. Windows application will have a special user interface which is called as Windows Form, which is called as Windows Form. Windows application will have a special user interface which is called as Windows Form. User interface means a window which is accepting input from the user and supplying to the application, and whatever application is giving displaying to the user. Finally, you can say user interface is a window which is acting as a mediator between the end user and application. You can say in your mobile screen is a user interface. In your Facebook login page is a user interface. Like that, user interface will be there for Windows application, but that user interface name is Windows Form. So like that, that is a story about features of the Windows application and examples of the Windows application and how to develop a Windows application in .NET platform and in which situation we will go with the Windows application. And right now we have to see the Windows. Somewhere disturbance is coming. Now we have to see the uh, Windows application development environment in .NET. Windows application development environment in .NET. So my question to all the people, whenever you want to develop any type of application, what is the development environment in .NET?
Windows
Visual.
Mhm.
IDE.
My question is, what is the IDE?
Visual
What is
Studio,
the
sir.
what is the IDE? What is the development environment for .NET people? Visual Studio .NET. Whenever you want to, right? I think I'm getting noise from, right? Whenever we want to develop any type of application in .NET platform, you need to use .NET development environment. That .NET development environment is Visual Studio .NET. Right now, I'm going to show you the Windows application development environment in .NET. If you want to show, first of all, we should open Visual Studio .NET. Whenever you install your .NET into your machine, it will be installed into your machine. And if you want to open Visual Studio .NET, very simple. You will have an icon, Visual Studio .NET icon in your desktop. Click that icon, and now Visual Studio .NET is going to open. This Visual Studio .NET is called .NET development environment. Now we entered into .NET development environment, that is called Visual Studio .NET IDE. This is called IDE because IDE stands for integrating development environment. Integrating development environment because this is the environment is integrating all the types of applications into single place. That's why it is called IDE, integrating development environment. After you entered into this IDE, you can observe two options. Number one is new project. Number two is open project. Here, new project means it is for to create a new project. Open project is to open the existing project. Now our goal is to create a new project or to create open project. To create new project or to open existing project.
Create a new project.
New project. So click on new project here. Click on new project. Yes, here it has opened your, you can see new project window. Here select a language called C#, Visual C# or C#, both are same. And right side select the technology. The technology name is Windows Forms. And here you can say name of the application. Let's say my Windows application, some name, my Windows application. And here you can select the location where you want to save and click OK. With this process, you can observe you are selecting language, you are selecting technology. Want to show you just Windows application development environments in .NET. I want to show you, that's it. Now with this process, it's going to create a new Windows application. It is going to create a new Windows application. Your application name is My Windows application. You just now you have given. Now you entered into your Windows application development environment. You have created your own application. See, in this you can observe the application name is My Windows application. And I said very clearly just now, Windows application will have a special user interface. That user interface name is Windows Form. Now you can observe right now, here you can observe it is your user interface. That user interface name is Windows Form. This user interface we have to decorate or design according to our requirement with the help of controls. Just it is an introduction to you all the people how will be the Windows application development environment in .NET, how will be the web application development environment will be in .NET. Now it is not entering into programming. Programming we will enter after 2 classes, after next class, right? And design this user interface according to your requirement with the help of controls. Whenever you need controls, left side you can observe, you have otherwise you can see view, you have a toolbox window. Toolbox means it will contain controls. Drag and drop some control. Let's say I drag and drop one button control and drag and drop another control. Let's say I drag and drop a control called label. Now I'm writing some code. I want to show you what is the environment, how will be the Windows application development environment. I think code is not required for us right now because we don't know anything in C#.NET. Even though I'm increasing the size of the code here, fonts and colors, because to make you visible very clearly. But we don't know anything in C#.NET. That's why you can't understand this code. Don't expect to understand this code. You can't. Now label, right, you heard it. I'm writing some code and don't think about the code. Just welcome to Windows apps. Now let's see how the application will work. Let's see how the application will appear. Build the application and I'm going to run the application. After build the application, I'm going to run the application. Expected means semicolon missing. Now run the application. Now you can see. Your Windows application is going to run. Now it is going to run and it's going to show you the output. Now you can observe just now you developed this application. Whenever you click this button, you can see you are getting output called Welcome to Windows Forms. Similarly, same application, similar, your CalC is also a Windows application. Your CalC is also a Windows application. CalC is also a Windows application. That Windows application is provided by the Microsoft. And this is the Windows application is developed by now you guys. You can see maximize button, sorry, cross button, maximize button, minimum button. Here form 1, here you have calculator. So almost these are all controls, buttons, all these things. With this we can say CalC is also a Windows application, and Windows application will have a special user interface. That user interface is called Windows Form. Tomorrow after a couple of sessions, you people also can develop this calculator with your own hands. Okay, so that is a story. Or a discussion about to understand about Windows application development environment. Final conclusion is this application environment will have a special user interface. That user interface is called UI, is called Windows Form. Right. Now come back to the web application features. Next, web application features. Yes, web application features are right. Right. Anybody can give the clarity about web application features? Right.
Yes, sir.
Uma, I
It's
think from your
multi.
side some noise is coming. That's why I'm muting you. Come on. Web application. Come on.
It's a multi-user application, sir.
We access the
Yes.
multi-users.
Right. One is multi-user application. Multi-user means at a time it can be consumed by more than one user. One is multi-user application, means at a time can be consumed by more than one user. Second one is, yeah.
It doesn't need to be installed in the end user machine. And we need to have internet access
Yes,
in order to develop.
should be installed at remote server. Should be installed at remote server means when you develop a website for your college or university, that website you should be installed at some server which is connected to the internet. That is called web server. Should be installed into remote web server. Remote web server should be installed because Windows web application will not be available in the end user machine. Facebook or Gmail is not available your machine or my machine. Facebook team has installed this application in some remote server. That server is called web server. There it is installed. So tomorrow we developed a website also. If you want to make that website should be available for all internet users, compulsory we have to install that website into some web server. That process is called web hosting. You have to host. Hosting means hosting a website, even though as part of this training, and you will develop one website and you will host into the internet with your own hands, which we implemented even though in previous batches. How many are interested to host a website into the internet? Own website. My own website should be there in the internet, sir. How many are interested like that? Anybody are interested to host your own website? Right? Not interested, Uma? Don't want to host a website? Huh?
Sir, yes, me too.
Right. Now next come back to right. Now should be installed. Number 3 is end user required internet connection. Internet connection means what? Whenever you want to use Facebook or Gmail, compulsory you need what? Internet connection. Without internet connection, we can't access web application. So that is internet web enabled applications. Number 4 is it supports a special user interface. It supports a special user interface which is called as web page. Web application will have a special user interface. That user interface is called web page, or you can call it as web form. So that is the 4th point about web application. Right. Can you give me the examples for web applications?
Gmail, Facebook, Gmail.
Yes, Gmail,
Yahoo.
Facebook, these are all web applications only. Next question is how to develop web applications by using .NET platform. How to develop a web application by using .NET platform. What are the technology? What is the language? What is the technology? Technology is ASP.NET. Languages. What is the language? C#.NET. We'll use a web technology called ASP.NET and we'll use a language called C#.NET to develop a web application by using .NET platform. Okay, right. Now next question is when we will go for web application. when we will go for web application. Means in which situation we'll go for web applications. Because client will come to us, I need your application, but he will tell only requirement. He can't decide the type of application. Hold for 1 second. When we will go for web applications.
When it is a multi-user application,
Yes.
and
Right. Right. I'll tell you. Whenever the application should be available for only one user, only not one user, I'm sorry. Whenever an application should be available for multi-users, at a time the application should be available for one user or multi-user. Multi-user, we'll go with what? Web application. We will go with what? Web application. For example, father is having a real estate business. Venture 1 in Hyderabad, Venture 2 in Bangalore, Venture 3 is in Bombay. Now all the ventures information they want to keep in one application, but that application should be available for all internet users. We'll go for what application? Windows application or web application?
Web application.
We'll go with web application because the application should be available for multiple users. In this situation, we'll go with web application. Right. Now let's see the web application development environment. To you all people, let me show to you. Just now we have seen Windows application development environment. I'm closing that Windows application. Again, opening Visual Studio.net. I'm going to create a web application showing you the just environments, not programming is started. New project and language is, what is the language? C#. And what is the type technology?
ASP.NET.
And application name is some name. You can give some name. My web application 123, location D drive. Click OK. With this process, now it's open. New project, new ASP.NET project. Here select web forms. OK. With this process, you can see your ASP.NET new ASP.NET application will create. With this process, new ASP.NET application will create. We are going to entering into ASP.NET web application development environment. And among this, we said that web application will have a user interface or no user interface. Web application will have
interface. Yeah.
what is the name of the user interface? Web page or web form. Web page or web form. We will call it as either web page or web form. Now you entered into ASP.NET web application development environment. So we didn't start any programming, just want to show you something. Right, open this window. Let me add a new page. Right click, add. I'm opening this window. How I open this window? Solution Explorer window, view, Solution Explorer, select the project name, adding a new page. Right click, add new item and web form, because you are adding your own page, web form and web form 1.aspx, page name, extension of the ASP.NET web page will be .aspx. Click add. With this process, your ASP.NET web page will be added to the Solution Explorer. Now you can do design your web page. You can do design according to your requirement. Same way toolbox, same way button, drag and drop the control, and same way label, right, and under the button click you can write the code. The code is, you can write the code label 1 dot text equal to label1.text equal to, let's say some message, welcome to web application, welcome to web application, welcome to web application, right, over. Now compilation and execution, right, compilation and execution, right, right. Now you can see whenever you run the application, web application will be display executing by the server, but you can see your output will display within the browsers. You can see your output will display within the browser. Now your web page is going to display. What is the name of the web page? What is the name of the web
Web
page?
form.
Web form 1.
Form.
Now you see button. Whenever you click, you are getting welcome to web application. Now your web application is displayed. Now again I am running the application, stop debugging. Again you can see debug, run the application. Your application is going to execute by the server and output is going to display within the browser. Your browsers are going to display web page or web application outputs. Now the ASP.NET web page, the ASP.NET web page extension will be what? Dot, just now you have seen dot ASPX.
ASP.
.aspx. Okay. Now you can see similarly whenever you using websites also you can find .aspx websites. inoxmovies.com. Whenever you see inox.movies.com, ticket booking come, big cinema, big screens, you can see the web page extension is what? .aspx. Means this is the website is also developed with the help of what is a platform? ASP.NET. And
ASP.NET.
TCS.com. You can see TCS.com. Even though this TCS.com website is web page extension is also .aspx. Means this is also developed with the help of ASP.NET. So that is a story. Right. Now in this way we are identified today, we understood the development environment of guys, noise is coming immediately. You have to mute yourself whenever there is a noise. Right. Okay. Here, very simple. That is, we have seen today Windows application development environment and web application development environment. Now, we are seeing the features of Windows application. We have seen the features of web application. Now, let's identify the differences between Windows application, and web application. Differences between Windows application and web application. Right. We have to prepare a table with 2 columns and differences between Windows application and web application. Yes, all of you guys in your system, without seeing my notes, you prepare a table and 2 columns. Windows, open your MS Word and prepare a table with 2 columns. Left side Windows application, right side web application. By listening both, whatever you understood you write on your MS Word, Suddenly I'll share your screen to all the people. If you didn't write anything, it's shame for you. Come on, write the points, differences. 2 minutes time I'm giving to you all the people. List out the differences between Windows Right. Completed. Completed, huh? All of you. Differences. Already you know the features of Windows application. You know the features of web application. Just you have to compare similarities and differences. Both you can write. Right. Done now? Right. Whose screen can I share now, guys? Sir, please share my screen. I have written very good points. Anybody? Pandu, can I share your screen? Anybody? I think nobody written any point on your MS Word, I think. Right.
I wrote it on the notebook though.
You are written on notebook, huh? Okay, fine. Next, anybody?
Yes,
Right, Vinil, can I share your screen? Sushmita, can I share your screen? The written point?
Yeah, you can share.
Right. I'm writing points here, guys. You tell me. Number one, here, what is this
single
here?
user.
Right.
Single user, multi-user.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me increase here. Yeah. Number one, what is that? Single user. Single user. Here, watch.
Multi-user.
Multi-user.
Multi-user. First point is Windows applications are single user and web applications are multi-user. Aditya, mute yourself. I muted you. Don't unmute. Now, number two. Next.
No need of internet for Windows forms, but web applications need internet.
Right. Number two is, yeah, that is, what is that, Yes. End user not required internet connection. Not required internet connection. Here, end user required or not required here?
Requires in web application.
Required internet connection. Required internet connection. Here, required internet connection. End user required what is it? Internet connection. Right. Next, third point is, so first one is single user, multi-user, end user required.
Should be installed in an end
Third
user
point
machine.
is, right, should be installed at end user machine. Should be installed at end user machine. Third point here, should be installed where? Should be installed
Remote web server.
at
Remote server.
at remote web server. Now fourth point is should be installed at end user machine, should be installed at remote web server. And the fourth point is what is the
To
fourth
use
point?
Windows forms.
Yeah, user interface is called Windows form. User interface is called Windows form. Here, user interface is called web page or web form. Web page or web form. Web page or web form. Fifth one, yes. Web page or web form. User interface is called Windows form. User interface is called web page or web form. These are the main four differences. Right? Now, Vinil, come on, repeat all the differences. Number one, repeat. Number one, Vinil.
Web application is a multi-user application.
Windows applications are single user, web applications
Single
are
user,
multi-user.
multi-user.
Second point.
End user. It's an end user.
Right. Next, seventh, come on, tell me the points. Second point.
Windows application internet is not required.
End user doesn't require internet connection, and web for regarding web application, end user required internet connection. Shiva, come on, continue. Next point. Shiva, come on.
Web application should be installed at end user machine.
Windows application should be installed at end user machine.
Whereas in web application should be installed at a remote server.
Remote server. Okay, next. That's it. Next, fourth point. Shekhar, fourth point. Can you? Fourth point. Bhushan, fourth point.
Yeah, user interface is called as Windows Forms, and whereas in web forms,
In ASP.NET,
web application,
web application called web form, web page. Okay,
web
fine.
forms are web page.
Right. Now, last point is already we discussed when we will go for Windows application. When we will go for Windows application, answer. When we will go for Windows application, Bhushan. When we will go for Windows application. And here when we will go for web application. Already discussed, just here comparing. When we will go for web application. When we will go for web application. Right. Bhushan. Now Harsha, can you?
Whenever an application should require the single user, we go for the Windows application.
Right here.
Whenever an application requires a multi-user, we can go for the web application.
So like that, today we have seen all the Windows application and the web application development environments. In the next session, we are going to see console application. What is console application? Features of console application. How to develop a console application by using .NET platform. Why console application we'll discuss. Okay, so after that we'll discuss maybe today is Friday night for you people, US people. That's why we have this weekend, like Saturday, Sunday we don't have any classes. Next class will be Monday. Next class will be Monday. Right. Monday. Yes. According to US. Right. According to India, it is what? Tuesday. According to India, Tuesday. Same time. Same time means same 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. We'll conduct the class. So that will be the next session. So you have 2 days off. Weekend we don't have any classes. And my advice to all the people, yes, go through the materials. It seems you are not sending assignments also. And today assignment is task 1. Explain about .NET technologies clearly. Task 2 is explain about Windows applications and web applications. Everything, features and differences, everything. Those 2 tasks you have to complete. Try to complete with a handwritten and send to me. Not possible, at least you write in some notepad or some MS Word file and you can send to me. And please send all these assignments before you are going to bed. Okay, don't postpone it. If you postpone it, will get delayed. No doubt about that. Okay, thank you very much. But once we started programming regarding assignments, I'll be very strict. Okay, I'll not allow you to without assignment. Okay, thank you very much. And next session, I'll tell you the .NET installation process exactly. And meanwhile, I'm going to shoot one mail to all the people by this weekend. One Word document I'll send you. The document will be describing about, maybe I'll send the document also after I explain the installation process. Yeah, I'll send you on Monday. Okay, thank you very much. And who want to
I have a doubt.
who want to talk to me, please wait. Remaining people can leave for today. Who want to talk to me, please wait. Remaining people can leave for today. Thank you. Bye bye.